There's been a lot of questions on how to handle a knife, whether it's been chef's knife, paring knife, a serrated knife for cutting bread and bagels, or a steel. So I'm just going to go through the basics. How do you hold a chef's knife and how do you dice an onion? It's a pretty common question in the restaurant. I get asked by guests all the time. Now, I like to hold my fingers back. I do what I call the claw, okay? When you're in school, they do the letter C, okay? My thumb is holding onto the onion here. I'm going to use my knuckle as a guide. I cut the onion in half. I have another one peeled here, okay? I'm going to hold my knife. I'm going to take the handle, close my hand. I use this little lip here to hold my finger. Cut straight down. Straight down. Scrap. We always stick with this. Safe. And then I caught it with my finger. There we go. So now we have two onions to play with. A knife is made for gliding. So classic rocking motion. The knife itself should rock on its axis. Nice and simple. Now you see as I take my hand, spread my hand out. Now if I'm going to cut, I bring my fingers in. So the knife itself is resting on the knuckle. It's not coming up and down. By resting that knife, so I'm using this knuckle here, and I'm placing the blade on the knuckle. The blade itself is not coming up high enough to cut my finger or the knuckle. And it's a rocking motion. Now I'll show you how to take an onion and do the same thing. I'm going to do a nice dice. Now there's many different terms. There's large dice, medium dice, or brunoise, which is really fine dice. So what we'll do first, so what I like to do when I do that is I take my palm and I put a light pressure on the onion, because if we're going to put force in this way, I don't want the onion to slide off the board. So nice and easy, slicing. So right here what I've done is I've created all these little layers. Okay, now we go back to the claw. Utilizing just this front half of the knife, making nice incisions, consistent incisions. But what I'm doing that's a little bit different is I'm putting a little pressure on the onion down with the claw because I have those lateral incisions going. Now we go back to the claw, that rocking motion. Nice diced onion. Consistent, and again, all fingers. There's been a lot of questions on how to handle a knife, whether it's been chef's knife, paring knife, a serrated knife for cutting bread and bagels, or a steel.